I'm Jess from Exeter Digital, and today's video is about day 3 and 4 of the innovation sprint. Now, although we've combined 2 days in one, each day is actually only focused on one major activity, so this should be a relatively short video. Now, if you are about to do an innovation sprint and you don't actually have an in-house design team or someone to organize your user testing, we can also assist you with that so that you can set out for day 3 and 4. But if you are doing in-house and you may be interested in knowing what happens on day 3 and 4, please keep on watching this video. Okay, let's quickly talk about prototyping. Just because a lot of people think that prototyping is only for digital products. That is so not true. You can definitely prototype for a non-digital product as well. For example, if you are building a new feature on a car, you don't necessarily have to build an entirely new car for that feature. Rather, you can add on that feature to an existing car, or you can even just create an ad that is explaining or promoting that feature, because it's all about testing your idea, not actually building the product. So, day 3 is all about prototyping. Make sure that you know your storyboard back to front the day before and delegate tasks before you start. What you need to be careful of is getting caught up in the small details. Make sure that you've got the fundamentals down first before you start to add that extra fluff of making it pretty or aesthetic. We know what you designers are like sometimes. Make sure you've got the basics down first before you proceed to anything else, because it's all about keeping that momentum as well. It's really good to have someone that isn't heavily involved in the prototyping team to make sure that everyone's needs are attended to and that you're just keeping track of where everyone is at throughout the entire day. This way, people will know if they need extra help, and you can definitely control that. So, you'll be feeling half dead, if not already dead, by the end of day 3, but you'll definitely be feeling accomplished and ready for day 4. There are several ways you can choose to do your user test. Much of this is dependent on the type of product that you are offering, your location, and your resources. You can either do it online or in person, but the key thing is that you need to record the interaction. So what I mean by this is that if you do it online and you're using things like Skype, Zoom, or Google Hangouts, make sure you are recording the screen, and so you save it as a recording that you can share with your team later on. Now, if you are doing it in person, the more traditional way is having someone there and taking notes while you do the user testing. This has a huge downside to it in that you may miss certain details. So, the more common way to do a user testing in a design sprint is to have cameras set up in the room. And that way you can watch the footage later on, or you can even do a live session in which you can watch from another room while taking notes, and then taking note of what they're saying, what their emotional response is, what their body language is, and then putting it up on the whiteboard. So as soon as the user testing is done, you can gather your team together and make a final decision. So regardless of whether your innovation sprint was a total success or a total flop, you will have validation, most definitely. And that is so important for you to decide on what your next direction will be or your next steps. And that is the end of our 4-day innovation sprint. We hope you enjoy this 4 days and that it was informative. And if it was informative and you did enjoy, please give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, because we will be posting once per week. And hopefully we'll be doing a preparation video for innovation sprint and also what happens after an innovation sprint. Now, also make sure that you turn on the notification bell because you don't want to miss out. So, have a lovely day and we'll see you soon. Bye.